And for you out there who are a little confused, not sure who Vicious Angel is, well, let me tell you, Vicious Angel is a local band, and we're doing something a little different this week on Airwave Archives. We've never done this before, and I figured I'd take a stab at it. We're going to have a live interview, and I'm playing all original cuts from the band Vicious Angel. You'll get to call them up, my guys, maybe to ask them a question, and stuff like that. Kicking it off right now, let me see what we got here. We have, joining with me in the studio, Darren Wilsey. How you doing, Darren?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Okay, Darren. Darren is the guitarist from Vicious Angel, and he presides right now, currently in Manhattan, in the School of Music, and it's a pretty good school, as to understand. A little hectic though, a little crazy there. Is that pretty accurate in assessing?
Well, that's exactly it. I grew up in Oneonta, and moving from Oneonta to Manhattan was quite a culture shock. And all of a sudden being exposed to literally students who are absolute geniuses. I mean, it just took a little getting used to.
Well, don't sell yourself too short there. You're not too shabby yourself there, pal. Well, I've heard this guy play. These guys have played downtown. And, well, right now we just have Darren in the studio because, well, basically, he, as you know, he goes to school in Manhattan. And we ended up getting him here a little earlier in the week, so this whole thing is taped. So any curses that we might do might be bleeped out here and there, so you might hear a little gap in between. And, so we had him here early so we could get him included in the band. A little later, we're going to have a live interview with the rest of the band. They'll be here. But right now we're dealing with Darren Wilsey, the guitarist, and as I'm not to understand, because I've actually seen you live. I've seen you downtown in a couple of places here and there, and you're pretty much the genius yourself there, pal. So, or else I would not have thought of doing this as a little plug for your band here. How about this? How about the best way to show you guys how good Darren is and the rest of the band? Just give you a little thing of what Darren's all about. Darren plays, let's see, Darren, what type of guitar you play?
I play a Jackson guitar, and whenever possible, I go through a Marshall stack, 412s, and an ADA rack mount for distortion.
That's cool. That's really cool. Well, here's a little piece for you, a little segment. This is Vicious Angel playing. This is Darren. This is Darren's sick guitar solo right here on Airwave Archives. That's sick, Darren. Just in case you're just tuning in and wondering where's that coming from, is that Eddie Van Halen? Who is that? That is the one and only Darren Wilsey from Vicious Angel, a local band playing here in Oneonta. And well, I decided to play them here on Airwave Archives for 1 full hour, and we're talking to them right now, and that was one of the sickest guitar solos I've ever heard, including from Eddie Van Halen. Including Eddie Van Halen and all the others up in there in the barrage. There's a word. That's the SAT word that got me into this school, barrage. So, Darren, tell us what you're up to. Tell us what the band's going to be coming up with, and you have any plans for the near future? What's going to be going on?
Well, in terms of Vicious Angel, the band is currently rehearsing now, and we're getting ready for the Suco Music Benefit.
Oh, that's good. You guys are going to make it here. That's cool.
And I'm intending on coming up and playing with them for this, and should be a lot of fun.
Do you know when the benefit is? Do you know the exact times or dates?
Pete tells me that it's around the end of April.
April? Okay. Well, when we get those dates, we'll definitely tell you. I'm sure a little later, Pete and the rest of the band will know when it is. And since this is a taped interview, I'm sure I'll find out for myself and let you guys know when the day comes that this is going to air. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyhow, the band had a replacement for me, Mark. I don't even know his last name. But anyway, I guess he left the band for whatever reasons. I don't know if I should go into the dirt on that. I don't really understand it myself.
Tell us dirt.
Well, let it suffice to say that Mark and another member just ended up having their disagreements, and
which happens.
To the
best of them.
Exactly. For a while there, it was happening to us, and we almost broke up.
Yeah.
For the same reason. But anyway, we're all best friends now, and our only intention is just to write really good music, and hopefully in the near future it's going to take off.
And, well, As a matter of fact, just by coincidence, we happen to have an original cut that the band's been working on. They've been writing songs like crazy. And, well, how about you introduce it, Darren? You did some work around here, huh?
Yeah, this song's called Drop Dead in Love, and we just recorded this a couple months ago. And you're listening to it on Airwave Archives on 90.9 WONY Oneonta. That's my hometown.
That's right, Oneonta's best music. There you have it, Drop Dead in Love right here on Oneonta's best music on Airwave Archives on 90.9 WONY. The name of the band is Vicious Angel, and we're here with the one, the only, the stupendous Darren Wilsey. How about that for a plug, Darren? Huh?
Well, I'm flabbergasted.
Well, what else would you like to tell us? Any pearls of wisdom, any type of different things that you would like to tell us about? Do you have any tips for any bands that might be listening, the new bands, that anything that they might want to know about?
You know, you go to one company and they like your songs, right, but there's always a but. Right, but this needs to be improved. So we go back and re-record everything, and, you know, in the case of Polygram, when we did that, they were like, wait, we liked this better before. You guys ruined it, you know? So you can't cater to everybody. Right. You've got to do what you think is the right thing to do, play your music how you think it sounds good, right, and that's pretty much what it comes down to. Eventually, if it is good, someone's going to take interest, and it will fall together.
And a lot of people out there are going to say that you suck. Not to Vicious Angel, I'm not trying to pick you guys out, but in anything, basically in this business, they'll say you suck, you have no talent. I keep on referring to Van Halen, but it seems that you guys have a lot of Zeppelin, a lot of Van Halen in there, and people told them they sucked. They never wanted to get a following. But you play it the way you feel is the best, and if you are good, eventually people are going to hear it, and they're going to know it.
Sure.
And it happens with everybody. There is overnight successes, but like Milli Vanilli was an overnight success, but then we found out exactly why. It's because it wasn't really Milli Vanilli, you know. Wasn't it supposed to be that you guys were going to be maybe an opening band to Bon Jovi, and then the whole thing, was that just a rumor going around? Was that supposed to be?
I don't know. I haven't heard much about that, but
it's like, dude, we're going on tour with Bon Jovi tomorrow. It's cool, man. Drop out of school.
Well, what tends to happen, okay, in these little small circles that we deal with, things get blown way out of proportion very easily. What happened was simply we were dealing with Polygram through an A&R lady that we knew, and coincidentally Bon Jovi's on Polygram, and, you know, people just...
Rumors get started.
That's
how rumors get started.
Gee, Vicious Angel, they're talking to Polygram. Bon Jovi's on Polygram. Hey, maybe they'll open up for Bon Jovi.
It happens to be his brother.
Right, you know, and all this...
Wink, wink.
But not yet, unfortunately.
Well,
but we'll wait and see.
All right, well, you know, we'll see what happens. I am sure, like you said, if you're good, you get found, and you guys are good, so you guys get founded. Once again, this is Airwave Archives, and just in case you're tuning in and wondering what is going on, what are these guys doing? These guys are just talking. Looks like they're having a good time, but how come there's no music on my radio here? Well, this is Airwave Archives. My name is Steve Ross, and this week we're doing something a little different than usual. We are highlighting a band. The band is local, though. It's a local band. The name of them is Vicious Angel, and I'm joined here with Darren Wilsey, the guitarist, and we'll be joined with Pete, Tim, Shane, and Rob, the rest of the band, in a couple of minutes. Before I do that, I just wanted to find out, is there any fun stories or anything about, like, maybe a song that you wrote or any fun stories that you could tell us? Darren.
Well, being that we're on the radio, I guess I should really edit anything that I'm going to say, but basically with every song we've ever written, there is a story behind it, and usually it's of a perverted nature. Being we have Peter Shore writing all of our lyrics, what can we expect?
In case any of you out there wonder who Pete Shore is, he goes to school here, and the best imitation of Pete would be like, dude, my beep itches. That's the best way of determining Pete. Am I close?
Yeah.
Thank you. You'll find out for yourselves, because he'll be on in a couple of minutes, and you'll see that. But I'm sorry, go ahead. I interrupt. Well, this is it right here. Would you like to introduce it?
This is called All of My Love by Vicious Angel.
Right here on 90.9 WONY's Airwave Archives. All My Love, right here on Airwave Archives, and the name of the band is Vicious Angel. I'd like to welcome the rest of the band members right now. How's it going, guys? Yeah. We're 100% alive now. This is not taped, this is real.
This doesn't, it don't itch no more. I got anybody, in case anybody's wondering.
Now that's live.
Oh, there we go. My headphones keep on going back and forth. All right, well, how about we, once again, you're listening to Airwave Archives right here on 90.9 WONY Oneonta. My name's Steve Ross. The time here is 7:15. The temperature, I have no clue. I have no thermometer around here, so I'll have to get back to you on that one. But
everything's cool.
We're here live with Vicious Angel, and I guess the best way to start, how about you guys introduce yourselves one by one, tell us what you play, and not with, but what you play, I guess. So what's up, Pete? Why don't you start it off?
Well, my name's Pete Shaw, I'm lead vocalist. What I play with is nobody's business.
I'm Rob, I'm the drummer. Pete's the studio drummer. That's why it sounds lousy.
Ooh.
I'm Shane Steniford. I play lead guitar half the time.
And I'm Mark. I play lead the other half. And yes, I am back.
Mark's back.
He's back.
Yeah. Mark, too.
My name is Tim. You can call me Tex. Of course, my father's not going to approve of that, but what do you say? But thanks for that musical interlude. Yeah, I play the bass and I also play the flute on a couple of our original tunes.
Metal one.
Coming up a little later this hour.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. By the way, on the tape part, Mark wasn't included on that. Sorry about that, Mark. I didn't know you were back until today. So, well, actually yesterday. So, we'd like to welcome back Mark. Welcome back, Mark.
Incidentally, Steve, Mark had the same problem with one of the band members that Darren did, and I'm not going to tell you who it was, even if it was me.
Wink, wink again.
But we worked it out, and Mark's back, and I'll tell you, I'm probably the happiest about that as anybody. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, thank you.
We're glad the band's back together
Don't
because you guys
cry.
make great music. I don't know if you heard that, but that's okay.
Yeah, we weren't listening.
We weren't listening to you.
Gee, I wonder how many panels are in the ceiling.
Hey, what's that light that says on air?
Hey, hello, Mr. Hand. Wow.
Is it already good?
All right, guys. I already asked Darren about this, but what would you say your major influences are for you guys? I mean,
What's into music?
the man who opens his mouth first gets the job.
For me, this is Pete. For me,
The Divinyls,
because they touch themselves. I gotta have a lot of respect for that. No, I'd say for myself and probably a lot for Shane also, it's gotta be the Kiss influence. I've spent as a young lad, I've spent many years. I spent a lot of time listening to Kiss, and then as I got older, it got more into Van Halen and Led Zeppelin, and recently a lot into U2 in terms of trying to write some, lyrics that might mean something.
So not only are you musically influenced with you two, you also try to look like Bono.
Yeah, I'm trying to look like him too. So I'm doing.
He's been growing the nose.
It's Pete Cougar Mellencamp.
It's Pete Cougar and John Cougar Mellencamp. I get
He's
that.
from Canada, you know.
And the guy from In Excess, Michael Hutchins.
Shane and Mark, why don't you lift your mics up a little bit so we could get a little more of you guys in here, if possible. There you go.
I'll fix that for you. Here we go, right?
All right, Pete's trying to work it out. Oh, there we go. All right. What's gonna be going on in the near future with Vicious Angel? Is the band gonna be trying anything new in the near future, or how about instead of jumping to another question, do you all feel pretty much the same way with the influences, or did anyone have their own personal influences before you got involved with Vicious Angel?
As far as the influence with Kiss is concerned, this is Tim, the bass player. I can personally say I just bought a new stereo, and the only CD that I've stolen so far has been a Kiss CD. So I think that pretty much the Kiss influence has been band-wide.
Hopefully that wasn't from WONY, because we've been losing
No, it
CDs
wasn't.
here and there.
Actually, it was from Shane, so that's no problem.
Surprise.
Whoops, over the radio. There you go, Shane. That's where your Kiss CD went.
But all right. So what's gonna be going on in the near future? Have you guys trying anything new? Like anything that's gonna be coming up that's gonna be new, or?
Well, our latest single, this is Shane, we used a flute on Childhood Friends.
Which an acoustic will be coming a little soon. We're gonna have an acoustic set here. So I'm sorry.
Also, in April 14th, 8 o'clock at the Orpheus Theater, the Oneonta Theater downtown, we're doing a big show with a band called Roadkill.
Big.
Really big shoe.
Real big show.
Real song about
big, real big.
Real song about it. Goes a little something like this.
Thank you
Thank you.
Nobody's gonna go. They're gonna be in debt.
Was that Bob Geldof?
It's all on our head. We're in big trouble now.
Pete's writing his own song as we speak.
But he's a musical genius.
And
you
it's
see.
deep.
Anything different? Anything besides? I know about the flute. Anything else going to be trying or?
I did my own studio project over the summer.
That's cool.
I used Pete on vocals. We kind of branched off into a different direction. We did more progressive metal, kind of along the lines of Metallica or Fate's Warning, which was different for us because we've always been, for the most part, commercial pop rock, bubblegum glamour boys. So,
of course, we're not doing an acoustic version of that song.
Shane experimented on the keyboards.
How'd this project get started? Was
I
it just
said
your
At
idea?
the end of last year, I said, I've had it with this. I've got to do my own stuff. Because for the most part, Darren and Pete did all the songwriting. And, I did a lot of my own writing on my own time, but, we didn't have time to use it.
Right.
So, I called a lot of my musician friends.
Eric Clapton, all the big ones.
That I knew would be perfect for this kind of music. And finally, by August 30th, we got it together.
Go ahead, Shane. Tell him I didn't play bass on it.
Tim didn't play bass. We got together and we did it. It came out great.
That's cool.
And
And I ate all the pizza in the cabin.
right now,
He's like, retard.
hello. There's a big band on a big label that wants to buy it from me.
Really?
It's MOD.
MOD.
That's cool.
Masters of Destruction, is that what
But we're not sure.
Mothers of the Damned.
Have anyone else? I know Darren's been on his own doing little things here and there. Anyone else have done any side projects?
Well, as a matter of fact, this is Tim, the bass player.
As a matter of fact.
I have written a couple of songs recently. I've been in touch with a couple of guitar players that I worked with in high school, and we've gone down to Elmira and done a studio project recently. We're going to try to get something about that up here at the station, up at WONY, see if we can get it on card, and maybe you'll be hearing something from my solo project.
Well, that's cool.
Wait, no, point of interest, in case you want to know anything about me. This is Pete.
No.
No, it's interesting. You guys don't even know that I'm a Cub Scout den mother. You didn't know that. Pack 7, den 5. You didn't know.
Pack 6, den 9, more like. Pack 6, den 9.
I love those little boys.
How about you guys do a little acoustic for us? Name a song. What? Childhood Friend? The newest. This is the newest song from Vicious Angel. It's something they've just written, and it's an acoustic, and it includes a flute. Tim on flute.
That's me.
That's Tim. And you're listening right now to Vicious Angel on 90.9 WONY's Airwave Archives. My name's Steve Ross, and I wish I could tell you guys to call up and give us requests, but unfortunately there's no requests this week.
Of course, we do accept fan mail at 56 Center Street.
That's right. But if you keep it tuned right where you are, you can have a good time. That much you can guarantee. All right, guys. It's all you.
Shane, before you start, I just want to mention Jethro Tull, I am not.
This is also live.
You guys in tune? This is
live,
This
and
is
I'm
totally
sick.
live.
No lip sync here.
You guys in tune? Rain is falling once again. I see the tear on your face. In the clouds there are the visions of memories falling grace. Through a silver lining shines the mystic and magic of you. I'd like to be your childhood friend, and late at night it's easy to pretend that I'll hold you in my arms again, and it was meant to be. And as I look to days ahead, a bit unclear where my path will end, a world of pain that doesn't care, it wasn't meant for me. see the tear on your face. In the clouds there are the visions of memories falling grace. I saw your picture once again. The time was an early date. The happy times, my childhood friend. Lord, please take me back to the place. Through a silver lining shines the mystic and magic of your